Hello out there, all you YouTubians. This is Rage Seth here with my first uploaded video ever. Sweet. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Anyway, I was sitting at home and I thought I'd do some practice shows on YouTube before I do my big shows that I was going to actually put on YouTube, but in 2008. And what the reviews are going to be is reviews on everything. That's movies, video games, news, who would win in a fight, pirates or ninjas. You know, all these things I'd review and put on YouTube for fun and kicks and giggles, you know, that type of deal. Until then, I've been writing some scripts and saving some cash so I can make the show really cool when it comes out and, you know, just have a good time doing it. But you know, I'm just gonna wait and see how things go. The reason that I'm doing these shows this particular way is I just want to have some practice, you know, uploading the YouTube videos, getting game footage down, different things like that. So, this show has been kind of rushed because I have one day to shoot it. This was all done in one day, but you know, I hope you guys enjoy it. This is my first practice show. It's kind of like the beta version of what my real shows are going to be like. You know, they're going to be way better. Anyway, enough of that. I'm going to do a review for you guys now, and it's going to be a video game review. Which game? Well, let's see if you can figure it out from this. That's right, it's SOCOM Fireteam Bravo 2 for the PlayStation Portable. Now, I would have done SOCOM Fireteam Bravo number 1 for the PlayStation Portable, but, oh, I can't find it. I know, perfect timing, ain't it? But you know what? Who cares? This game is also a very good game to review, so why not? Um, Now, the one thing I should point out here is that the original Bravo team had one heck of a good feature, and that feature was the auto lock feature, which in SOCOM 1 and 2, and I didn't play 3, but I'm pretty sure it didn't have it in there either. Um, you know, it was just non-existent. So people like me who like to run and gun and, you know, do some fun things, not all this tactical stuff all the time, couldn't have as much fun, or at least that's in my opinion. So the PSP version really brought a new thing to the table. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat was the TAC map. This allows you to pick either your main missions or your sub-missions. Now, I'm going to get back to that in a second. The other thing that I noticed right off the bat was medkits, which is a new feature because in the old ones, if you got shot, well, you'd have to wait till you got back to your base to heal yourself. You know, medkits, they really have them in the field, so why not have them in the game? But, you know, whatever, I understand. They're trying to be a bit more realistic than give you all these healing items and just let you keep going and going after you got shot a bunch of times. But anyway, other than that, they had a few other items and stuff like that in the game, but, you know, it's all kind of standard. You know, they always have a few different upgrades and things like that. But back to the TAC map. Now, these alternative missions that you could do, well, basically, they don't really affect the final outcome of the game. They're mostly there for you to get extra money, try out the different characters that you have, and the different weapons and stuff like that. But one of the big things that is kind of important is for you to get your local influence up, or as the game just simply refers, your LI. Now, your LI, as it goes up, they allow you to get different weapons, different upgrades, like you can use the RPG in your inventory, things like that. But the big important thing that you'll get from them is actually intel. Now, see, you're in a foreign country. You need as much intel as you can get. You already have a lot of problems as it is just going in there with a two-man squad versus like 30 guys. So this is a very welcome treat for the local influence deal. Now, in your inventory screen, you may notice two new features. One's an airstrike, and the other's a supply drop. The supply drop basically takes you back to the inventory screen while you're on a mission. This is very helpful if you want to switch out guns, or if you're low on medkits, or whatever. And the airstrike is pretty self-explanatory. You have a bunch of enemies and you need to get rid of them. Just point your binoculars at the enemies and they're no more. Now, the big thing on this, you only have 3 airstrikes and 1 supply drop. So when you use them, be sure that you used them at the appropriate time. Now that's basically all I had to really say about the single player mission. Now, when it comes to the online stuff, they didn't really do too much. I mean, there's new maps, there's new character upgrades, you know, you can use all the new items, which is very nice. I like having a med kit on the multiplayer games. It's very helpful. But you know, nothing too big. You know, we still have the problem with the headsets, where pretty much all I can hear is guys that sound like in their upper 30s, and they talk very deep and are very difficult to understand because their volume is extremely low. Or it's the 13-year-old kids with extremely low volume that's even harder to understand. So I really hope that they fix that particular problem with the headsets. So what would I give this game as far as it comes to ratings are concerned? Well, I'd have to give this game a 7.5. Now, the reason I give it a 7.5, it's a solid game, it's very fun, multiplayer is great, but you know, some of the things are just way too expensive. You make around 200 on an average on the multiplayer, and some of the items are like 2,000 or really expensive. You know, it's just a little too much for me. You know, if it was a bit cheaper, then, well, even if it was that, then you unlock everything and then there's even less to do. So either way, you know, it's okay for a while, but after playing the multiplayer, you can get pretty bored with it. You know, most people will just sign off and go to WoW or do something different, go play Halo 3. But, you know, it's a solid game. If you own a PSP, this is definitely one for you. Pick it up, play it, and enjoy. Well, that's all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been the first beta test review that I've been doing. I'll have a few other test reviews out, but like I said in the beginning, I hope to have my main show up sometime in 2008, and you know, it's going to be a lot better than this particular show and all the other betas. This one, as I said, was rushed, and the script, well, there really wasn't a script. I kind of like half wrote the script, and then I'm just kind of making up as I go. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And that's about it. You know, this is Rage Seth here, and I'm signing off.